The extensive use and abuse of prescription opioids has been called a deadly epidemic in this country.
And while most of the attention has been on adults, there's a disturbing trend of opioid exposure in young children. CBS 2's Dr. Max Gomez is here now to explain. Doctor.
That's right, Maurice. In the time it takes me to finish the sentence, 53 more prescriptions for opioids will have been filled in the United States. 80% of all opioid prescriptions in the world are here in the United States. With all those drugs in circulation, kids are bound to get exposed. Pharmacies fill more than 650,000 prescriptions for opioids every day in this country.
Central Ohio Poison Center.
And increasingly, calls are coming into poison control hotlines because of them.
In this study, we found that poison control centers in the United States receive a call every 45 minutes for a child that's been exposed to opioid medications.
That study was conducted by researchers at the Center for Injury Research and Policy and the Central Ohio Poison Center at Nationwide Children's Hospital. It analyzed calls to U.S. poison control centers between 2000 and 2015 and found a sharp increase related to opioids initially, but a drop since 2009, with one notable exception.
We saw a pretty significant increase among young children getting into medications that are used to treat opiate dependence. Buprenorphine in particular had a significant increase in exposures to young children.
Drugs like buprenorphine or Suboxone are especially dangerous. They're primarily used to help people get off of heroin or other opioids, but they can be dangerous if they get into the hands of children.
When children get exposed to buprenorphine, if mom or dad sees it happening and they take the pill out of the child's mouth, the child can still go into a coma and stop breathing many hours later.
Experts are calling for increased prevention efforts to better protect children, including changes in how these pills are packaged. Instead of loose pills and bottles, they suggest increased use of blister packs or single-dose packaging like this.
Keep these things up, away, and out of sight, preferably in a locked location so they can't get access to them.
Now, while children younger than 6 years of age accounted for most of the rise in exposures, it found teenagers are also at risk. The rate of suspected suicide due to prescription opioid exposure among teenagers rose nearly 53% over the 16-year study period. So there's a lot going on here. Clearly, opioids are important painkillers. But if 80% of all the opioids are being prescribed in the world are being prescribed here in the States, something's a little out of whack.
Very much.
Yeah, a little red flag there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.